Yield 5 minutes to my friend from Ohio, Mr. Stivers.
Gentleman is recognized from Ohio for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise today to support a bill that my colleague, Representative Katherine Clark from Massachusetts, and I introduced, H.R. 1462, the Protect Our Infants Act. I want to thank Representative Clark for her leadership, her hard work, and her commitment to protecting America's children. And this bill has the support of 95 bipartisan sponsors. It's a targeted effort to address a national epidemic of babies being born addicted to drugs. Recent data has shown that this issue, called neonatal abstinence syndrome, is sadly on the rise throughout the country. A baby is born with neonatal abstinence syndrome every 25 minutes, and its symptoms can last for months and lead to weeks of hospitalization and have a lifelong impact. A report by the Journal of the American Medical Association showed that the number of newborns diagnosed with NAS tripled from 2000 to 2009. In my home state of Ohio, the rate of neonatal abstinence syndrome grew over 600% between 2004 and 2011. It's taken a heavy toll on Ohio's healthcare system and Ohio's families. Treating newborns with NAS was associated with over $70 million in charges and approximately 19,000 hospital stays, and that was back in 2011, and it's been on the rise ever since. This issue is especially devastating to our families and especially devastating to the youngest among us, the babies who are born addicted to drugs. I recently heard from a grandmother to 3 babies who were born with NAS. She was pleading for help for her innocent grandchildren, and she wanted to make sure we did something about this terrible disease. I'm proud to say that the response in my district has been strong to our bill. There's a healthcare system called Adena Medical Center in Chillicothe, Ohio, and they actually have an incredible program which was piloted with a bunch of OBGYNs, and they started with just 15 pregnant women who were addicted to drugs, and they have served those women and their second class to try to get those women off of drugs before they deliver. I'm happy to report that because of the support of the Adena Health System, none of the women in that group delivered a baby with NAS. Due to the success of the pilot, there's a permanent program that is starting now, and it already has a wait list. So I'm really excited to say that there are people out there showing real leadership. Last week, I hosted my 4th annual opiate roundtable in my district to bring together a lot of issues, and we talked about this bill and how important it was. So I'm so proud that it's on the floor today. Mr. Speaker, I urge all my colleagues to support the Protecting Our Infants Act, H.R. 1462, to help our nation's most innocent citizens. Thank you so much. And again, I want to thank Katherine Clark for her incredible leadership on this bill and her commitment. I yield back the balance of my